Hi, it's Karen again. Welcome back. Thanks for watching my videos. I appreciate the comments and the likes. Today, I just wanted to talk briefly about the difference between self-injurious behaviors and body-focused process addictions or body-focused repetitive behaviors. So the difference between self-injury and BFPAs or BFRBs. Um, so sometimes people get confused, and even people, professional people, professors, researchers, people who write books, have the inaccurate information or impression that skin picking, hair pulling, nail biting, all those kinds of behaviors, body focused repetitive behaviors, or body focused process addictions, that those things, because they result in some consequences to our physical being, that they are self-injurious behaviors. But technically, that isn't true. That's not how we define self-injurious behaviors. Self-injurious behaviors are things like the most common is cutting, burning, head banging, things like that. Those are all self-injurious behaviors. And the reason that there's a difference is that self-injurious behaviors are done to actually try to feel something. And BFPAs or BFRBs are done to try to soothe from uncomfortable feelings or to feel that dopamine hit or rush, to feel that sense of accomplishment, whatever your reward is. So I guess we could say the reward for self-injurious behaviors is to feel something or to feel that something has been expressed. But with BFPAs and BFRBs, the motivation is more of a self-soothing, um, reward-oriented, calming, again, sense of accomplishment, or finally got that one out that was bugging me type of a thing. So they're very different in terms self-injurious behaviors and BFPAs, BFRBs. They're very different in terms of what happens before, what happens during, and what happens after. Um, so there is definitely not the same. And I think it's important to make sure that even though with a BFPA or BFRB, it looks like you're injuring yourself. And even with self-injurious behaviors, the intention, none of it is intended to injure ourselves. That is not what the intent is with any of these. Um, but the self-injurious behaviors do often result in more severe physical wounding, can result in more severe physical wounding, not always, because a lot of BFPAs and BFRBs can get very severe as well and be dangerous to one's health. Um, but they are different in terms of just the reasons that people engage in the behaviors. So you're not actually with a BFPA or BFRB, you're not trying to injure yourself. And I think it's really important to remember and not to feel guilty about it. You're not trying to injure yourself. That's not your motivation. Your motivation is to try to feel better or to relax or self-soothe or get that sense of accomplishment or relaxation or high or whatever, whatever your reward is. That's your goal. That is your explicit or implicit goal. Like you might be conscious of that goal, you might not be conscious of that goal when you're engaging in the behavior, but that's what it's about. So please don't feel guilty or bad or think that you're intentionally trying to hurt yourself. I know it can look that way to other people, but it's really important to make sure that that is understood, that that is not accurate. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.